Hey there, and welcome to Tranquil Talks with Chris. This is your space to slow down and catch your breath from the noise and chaos of work and of life, and a space where I hope that you'll feel supported to take just one small intentional step forward in how you communicate with greater clarity. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm so glad to be here with you. I was catching up with a couple of friends recently. They're introverts like me, and both of my girlfriends have been feeling pretty depleted lately on the energy front. One of my friends, her energy is draining from personal stresses and personal obligations. My other friend is completely exhausted from certain aspects of her work environment. And truthfully, I've also been running on really low energy reserves lately, and it felt so nice to be able to talk openly with each other about what we're going through. It's always awesome to be around people who just get it. And so for today's episode, I want to talk openly with you too about our energy as introverts. I know that we, being naturally introverted, we have incredible self-awareness. And I know that we are highly attuned to our energy needs. We can feel when work has taken too much of us, or when social obligations are simply overwhelming. Or, oh man, when we've been on that hamster wheel for too long, giving to others and not replenishing ourselves. So for us, the question isn't so much, am I drained? We already know when energy is depleted. But for us, the better question really is, where is my energy draining the most right now? And that's what today's episode is about. I call it your introvert energy audit. And I want to give you a really, really simple framework that can help. My friends and I went through it recently, and I want you to have it too. Like I said, this framework is very, very simple. It has 3 components: notice, name, negotiate. I love me a good alliteration. And let's walk through that together. So it starts with notice. I know that's very likely super obvious and very commonsensical. I get it. It's important though, right? The first step is noticing where your energy depletion is showing up. Where do you regularly feel heavier or overstimulated, withdrawn, or even resentful? Is it maybe after certain meetings, after you've texted a certain person or certain people? Is it from overcommitting your weekends or after being constantly reachable? Maybe for you, this has been true for me, it's after saying yes too quickly and too often. Our energy will always leave us clues, and it's important to notice those clues. Then we move to naming what is actually draining you. I totally get that it can feel instinctive or like second nature to say things more generally. I've done this plenty of times myself, saying things like, work is exhausting. Okay, but maybe it's not all of your work. Maybe it's more specifically unclear expectations, or that you're having too many interruptions. Maybe it's that one recurring meeting that, could have been an email, right? Your long commute, what have you. Or taking it out of the work sphere, people may instinctively say more generally, my personal life is draining. I quite literally said that to my friends when we were catching up. But maybe it's not your whole life. Maybe it's one relationship or one dynamic of your relationships. maybe it's one obligation you've outgrown or one pattern of overgiving. Being specific creates power for us. It creates possibility of shifting. But being vague keeps the sense of energy or energy renewal feeling even less possible. So I invite you to name the real source as clearly and compassionately as you can. And then that takes us to negotiating with ourselves. And this is where many of us can get stuck. I'll be the first to admit that. We notice, we know, but we continue doing what we've been doing all along. Whereas negotiation means asking ourselves questions like, what can be adjusted here? What boundary is needed? Or what expectation needs resetting? What conversation has been long overdue? Or questions like, what can be delayed or declined? What support can I ask for? I totally realize, and I want to fully acknowledge, not every drain on our energy will disappear immediately. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Sign me up. But while our energy drains may not disappear in a heartbeat, many can be redesigned, even partially. And that move towards partial relief is so important. It matters. So here's one small experiment I want to offer you for this week. Choose one energy drain, just one. Notice it. Name it clearly and negotiate one meaningful change. Whatever feels right, whatever feels true for you. Maybe that'll be having that conversation. Maybe for you it's a boundary or a shift in schedule. Maybe it's going to be saying no, or it could be requesting help. Small changes, when they're repeated, will often create major relief over time. It's worth doing and doing consistently. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this as well. And from one introvert to another, again, we are beautifully self-aware, incredible individuals. So I know that you'll know this, but I want to say it anyways, in case you need to hear it. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is one of the greatest acts of self-respect and self-care, especially for us. For us that are introverted, energy is one of our most valuable resources. You deserve to have it cared for. And when we listen to our energy instead of ignoring it, we make better decisions. We will communicate more clearly. We'll definitely protect our capacity. And we become even more grounded, more present, and more effective. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'm always grateful to have this opportunity to be sharing space together. Until next time, please take good care of yourself and know that here at Tranquil Talks with Chris, you are always welcome here. You belong. Cheers.